I will follow this path until the end. Everyone faces a reckoning, Riven. One blade, one purpose. Some mistakes you can't make twice.
Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Mickey C, aka the Lower Hounds, and today I bring to you another build guide. This time it's going to be on the highest ranked Yasuo player on the EU West server, and no, it is not ArkaDaTa. It is actually currently a summoner by the name of Addict. He is currently rank 49 in Challenger. As you saw before from the intro, he was previously a rank 46, but he has lost his last two games, so he's fallen back down to rank 49. As some of you may know, Yasuo is one of my favorite champions in the game, so I always like to look on what builds are trending on Yasuo, particularly in the higher elos. So basically with this video, I'm just going to go through his item build, runes and masteries, skill order, as well as his summoner spells. So without further ado, let's do this. So first of all, he predominantly plays Yasuo in the top lane, and then the mid lane would be his second preference. His summoner spells, he would obviously always take flash. However, his other summoner spell would either be teleport or exhaust. By the looks of things, he would usually take exhaust against champions he knows he will be trading a lot with, particularly in the early game. So champions such as Riven, Ringelking, Kale, and Zed. Also, he would consider taking exhaust against ranged champions that he knows he can abuse early on, such as Gnar. However, for the most part, in the last week or so, he has mainly been taking teleport. Moving on to his runes and masteries. Starting with his masteries, he takes 18-12-0, with his keystone mastery being Fervor of Battle. Fervor of Battle is definitely the best keystone on Yasuo right now, so I highly recommend you go with this keystone if for some reason you are currently going with something else. Another interesting thing to point out is in the cunning page, he actually takes Bandit instead of Dangerous Game on Yasuo, which I've never seen before. For you guys who do not know, Bandit gives you 3 gold every time you hit an enemy champion with a basic attack or an on-hit ability, such as Yasuo's Q. I guess the reason he takes this is because Yasuo's Q is on such a low cooldown. Kind of similar to why Gangplank players take Bandit as well, because of Gangplank's low cooldown on Q. Anyway, I'm not 100% sure if taking that mastery is optimal on Yasuo, but I'm sure it's still a decent option. Now moving on to his rune pages. So his main rune page is this one where he goes 9 attack speed reds, 9 flat armor yellows, 9 magic resist blues, and 3 attack speed quints. By the looks of things, he only takes one other rune page, and that is when he goes with scaling health per level yellows instead of flat armor. He would usually take this in matchups where he feels like he doesn't really need the armor early game, or against heavy AP team comps. So for example, I saw him take it against a team comp that had Echo top, LeBlanc mid, and Nidalee jungle. Now moving on to his actual item build. So his starting items are pretty standard, just a Doran's Blade and a health pot with a yellow trinket. As for his first back, the item he buys is usually dependent on the amount of gold he backs with. He often likes to get a cull on his first back. Apart from that, he would just get a second Doran's Blade or start building towards his Phantom Dancer. Another first back I've seen him go with is a Chain Vest against champions such as Riven or Ringelking for the extra survivability. He would later upgrade the Chain Vest into a Guardian Angel. As for his core items, they are Phantom Dancer and Frozen Mallet, with his core boots being Merc Treds. This is very similar to ArkaDaTa's tank build, where he would go Trinity Force into Frozen Mallet. Frozen Mallet definitely seems to be a trending item on Yasuo at the moment in the higher elos, as it is very strong. Because of this, Riot have actually mentioned they will be looking to nerf tank Yasuo in the future. Frozen Mallet build definitely makes Yasuo a lot more annoying to play up against, as he doesn't get one shot anymore. This means in team fights he can basically just dash around and charge up his third Q to get a really nice knockup for his ultimate. An example of a final build would be Phantom Dancer, Frozen Mallet, Merc Treds, more of malmortius, Infinity Edge, and Bloodthirster. Note he sometimes rushes Hex Drinker against AP matchups, but you mostly see this happen in the mid lane. Other items he would consider to go with are Berserker Greaves, Ninja Tabbies, Guardian Angel, Mercurial Scimitar, Blade of the Ringelking, and Wit's End. Wit's End is an item you don't really see on Yasuo, but he would consider it against AP matchups and when his team doesn't have much AP damage. Blade of the Ringelking, you would usually see that against champions that stack health. So that's pretty much it for his build. For the most part, it's a full damage build with his only defensive items being the health you get from Frozen Mallet, more of malmortius, and Merc Treds. Finally, we will talk about his skill order. So against melee matchups, he would start Q, and against ranged matchups, he would start E. He starts E so you can get in range of those enemy champions and trade with them level 1. Now interesting, he actually maxes Q first in every single game he plays, E second, W third, and then obviously his ultimate whenever you can. Most people actually max E first nowadays, and it's pretty rare to see a Yasuo that maxes Q. I'm not exactly sure how I feel about this. To me, maxing E on Yasuo feels a lot better. However, maxing Q in the top lane against those tanky matchups is definitely not a bad idea. If you do max Q first, it just means your E will be on a slightly longer cooldown, so therefore your outplay potential, especially around minions, is not as high, but your Q will then do a lot more damage. Anyway, let me know in the comment section below whether you prefer maxing Q or E first on Yasuo. Hey ladies and gentlemen, that is going to wrap up this build guide. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and as always, have a nice day.